There is a horizon to everything we know, a boundary beyond which light has never reached us, and beyond which our imagination strains to follow. When we look into the night sky, we are not seeing space as it is. We are seeing it as it was billions of years ago. Every star, every galaxy, every flicker of light is a message from the past, carried across time itself. And beyond that visible edge, beyond the last photon of the farthest galaxy, the question lingers like a whisper in the dark. Is our universe the only one? For generations, we have called it the universe, singular, complete, everything that exists. But what if it is only one bubble in an endless cosmic sea? What if reality itself is far bigger, stranger, and more infinite than we can possibly imagine? This is the story of the multiverse, a theory that challenges the limits of science and philosophy alike, and asks the most daring question of all: are there infinite universes? To understand the multiverse, we must begin with the one universe we know. Nearly 13.8 billion years ago, everything, space, time, matter, and energy, was compressed into a single point of unimaginable density. Then, in an instant, it expanded, the Big Bang. From that moment came all that we see: galaxies, stars, planets, and life. For decades, this idea stood as the grand origin story of reality itself. But the Big Bang raised new questions. What caused it? What came before? And if it happened once, could it happen again? These questions opened a doorway to a deeper idea, that the Big Bang may not have been the beginning of everything, but merely the beginning of our universe. In the 1980s, physicists proposed that the early universe underwent a moment of cosmic inflation, a sudden, exponential expansion faster than the speed of light. For a fraction of a second, space itself stretched a trillion times over, smoothing out the cosmos and seeding the galaxies to come. But inflation, if true, carries an extraordinary implication. It may not have stopped everywhere. In some regions, inflation could have ended, creating universes like ours. In others, it might still be expanding, bubbling outward forever, creating an infinite number of isolated pocket universes. Each bubble would be a cosmos unto itself, with its own laws of physics, its own constants, perhaps even its own dimensions of space and time. This idea is called eternal inflation, and it paints a staggering picture. Our universe may be just one bubble in an infinite cosmic foam, a small island in an endless ocean of universes. But the possibility of multiple universes does not end with inflation. It also emerges from the strange, probabilistic world of quantum mechanics. At the smallest scales, particles behave like waves, not existing in one place or another, but in many possible states at once, until observed or measured. This is known as superposition. In the 1950s, physicist Hugh Everett proposed a bold interpretation. What if, instead of collapsing into one outcome, every quantum event splits the universe? Each possibility becomes real. Each choice, each random event, each flicker of probability gives birth to a new branch of reality. This is the many worlds interpretation. According to it, there isn't just one version of you or me, but countless versions, each living in universes shaped by different choices. In one, you turned left instead of right. In another, a star never formed. In another still, life itself never arose. Every possibility is realized somewhere, in an infinite cosmic branching of what could be. Beyond quantum theory lies another vision of reality, string theory, which seeks to unify all the forces of nature into a single framework. In this theory, the fundamental building blocks of the universe are not particles, but tiny vibrating strings of energy, oscillating in a space of up to 11 dimensions. And within those extra dimensions could lie countless ways for universes to exist. Each configuration of strings could create its own unique laws of physics, its own version of reality. Physicists call this vast realm the string landscape, a multiverse of possibilities where every universe has its own constants, its own matter, its own fate. In some, gravity may be weak. In others, stars may never form at all. We exist in one that allows life, not because it was chosen for us, but because only in such a universe could we be here to ask the question. This idea is called the anthropic principle, that our universe appears perfectly tuned for life, not by design, but by sheer cosmic probability. If other universes exist, can we ever see them? The answer, for now, is uncertain and humbling. Each universe, born in its own bubble of space-time, is expanding on its own, separated by distances so vast that light itself will never cross the divide. We live within our own cosmic horizon, the limit of what we can see, because light has not had time to reach us from beyond it. Beyond that horizon may lie others, universes expanding away faster than light, forever hidden from observation. And yet, their presence might leave subtle fingerprints, ripples in the cosmic microwave background, anomalies in temperature and radiation, tiny scars in the afterglow of the Big Bang. Each could be the faint echo of another universe brushing against our own. In the darkness between galaxies, we may already be feeling the shadow of infinity. Infinity is not a number. It is a concept that challenges our ability to comprehend. If the multiverse is real, then every possible configuration of matter, every combination of physics, every version of you and me, exists somewhere, repeated endlessly across infinite space and time. In such a reality, the improbable becomes inevitable. Somewhere, another Earth orbits another sun. Somewhere, another civilization looks to the sky and asks the same question we are asking now. If there are infinite universes, then nothing is unique. Not even this moment. And yet, each is precious, because each represents a different thread in the infinite tapestry of existence. The multiverse is not just a scientific theory. It is a challenge to the very idea of meaning. If there are infinite versions of us, does choice still matter? If everything that can happen does happen, what does it mean to live one life, on one Earth, in one time? Some see the multiverse as liberation, a vast playground of possibilities, proof that existence itself is abundant beyond measure. Others see it as disquieting, a loss of uniqueness, a reminder of how small we truly are. But perhaps the truth lies somewhere between. Even if infinite realities exist, this one, the one you are experiencing now, is still real, still yours. The multiverse does not diminish meaning. It deepens it. Science lives in the tension between imagination and proof. And the multiverse, for all its wonder, remains unproven. A theory born not from observation, but from the mathematics of what might be. We can measure the shape of space, the speed of expansion, the echo of the Big Bang. But we cannot yet step beyond the boundaries of our own cosmos. Perhaps, someday, new physics will reveal evidence of universes beyond our own. Or perhaps we will never know for sure, trapped forever within the walls of our own reality, looking out at an infinity we can only dream of. Still, the pursuit continues. Because to ask whether there are other universes is to ask whether reality itself has an edge. And humanity has never been content to stop at the edge. Imagine standing before an endless hall of mirrors, each reflecting another version of yourself. Some familiar, some alien, some unimaginable. This is the multiverse, a cosmic reflection of all that could ever be. A universe not of one story, but of infinite stories unfolding all at once. Perhaps somewhere in another universe, someone is asking the same question you are now. Perhaps their sky glows with different stars. Perhaps, in theirs, you are the reflection.